In the Amazing Digital Circus, I've heard tons of videos mention consumption theory. As I've heard it told, consumption theory indicates that once the characters have abstracted, Kane utilizes the code of the former characters to better grow the world, the AI himself. My theory is largely based on this theory, but my perspective is that consuming actually takes place starting day one. The AI wasn't 57 times more immersive because Kaufmo abstracted. It was more immersive because Pomni arrived. This misconception takes place largely because Kaufmo was obsessed with the exit, but so was Pomni. One of the first things she said was,
How do I, leave?
I have toyed with the idea that entering the circus alone begins to mingle code. How could Kane have knowledge of the interior of Spudsy's or McDonald's without Gangle's full working knowledge of the job that she previously had? In fact, all of the suggestion box ideas couldn't have been executed so well by Kane without either pages upon pages of details for Kane to study and conceptualize, or for Kane to fully draw from their mind. As an aside, I think this is one of the benefits of Kinger having his mental break. Kane has nothing left to pull from Kinger, and I think pulling memories is likely a huge part of what causes abstraction in the first place. Going back to consumption theory, though, the idea that data gets cross pollinated, so to speak, I think this is why we see people thinking things into existence. Take episode 6, for example. Pomni suddenly becomes a sharpshooter after being so unconfident early on with a gun with Jax. Kinger simply generates a health butterfly, and Regatha stops a bullet by plugging it with her finger, which incidentally even she's amazed by. Power of the mind seems to alter the circus, but I do think it's them drawing on Kane's power of creation, the same way that Kane draws on them for inspiration. So now that I've explained my theory, does this mean anything for their potential escape? Unfortunately, no. In fact, if anything, I think this further supports digital copies theory, meaning their human selves logged off the headset, and these digital copies, which can slowly be absorbed into the computer, can only continue to exist until they've fully abstracted. Once abstracted, can they continue to digitally decay into nothingness? Or will Kane always have access to their code? A few references I've noticed are Bugs for Queenie, a billboard at the Big Top softball game with Kaufmo tires, and references to Scratch decorating the circus. This will be a pattern to keep an eye out for in episode 8 and 9, but let me know your thoughts down below, and as always, thank you for watching.